Hi everyone. So in the last video, I shared my top 3 stock holdings, the company I have the most confidence. When we talk about stocks, we usually look at fundamental like the revenue, like earnings, operating income, expenses, and EPS, etc. However, when it comes to crypto, there are some sort of fundamentals, but they are not enough. So we have to use the technical analysis for most of the parts. Today, instead of going through some technical analysis, I'm going to review my crypto portfolio first. Since the crypto portfolio makes up like 52.7% of my total assets, I think it's the time to share my positions, and more importantly, the principle behind them. I have to say this first, none of this is financial advice. I'm just sharing my personal views and experience from being in crypto for almost 8 years. The most important principle I've learned after almost a decade in crypto is stay away from leverage. I've seen countless people get rich overnight using leverage, and I've seen them lose everything later on, fall into debts, and even bring a lot of troubles to their families. It's like gambling. Once you get a taste of the winning, you will want to gamble bigger. Then you will slowly get addicted to it. And just one mistake can wipe you out completely. So I need to say this one more time. Do not use leverage. Personally, I only hold spot positions. Not leverage at all, not even 1x. This way I can sleep well at night without worrying about getting liquidated. Also, I feel so comfortable when I walk away from the market while working, relaxing, playing with the kids, or for other family events. So let's get into my actual holdings. When we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum are inevitable. And of course, Bitcoin is the king. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, but I always keep some sort of Bitcoin in my portfolio. And the Bitcoin position will be switched back and forth based on where the cycle of the market is. In the last bear market, I was 100% in Bitcoin. However, today, my Bitcoin position is only about 4 to 5%. Whether you see it as a digital gold, a future global currency, or the Satoshi will be the unit of the future asset tokenization, Bitcoin is unique. It is decentralized, deflationary, no one can control it or ban it. And Bitcoin is even being discussed at the national strategy level in the US. So I think the current price does not reflect its long-term value. Okay then, let's talk about Ethereum, which now makes up about like 22% of my total portfolio. There are so many information about Ethereum out there, so I won't repeat it all. But just because of that, there are some voice out there saying Ethereum is outdated and will soon be replaced by like any newer projects like Solana. I disagree. Many so-called Ethereum killers have been already disappeared over the past years. Ethereum remains the leading smart contract L1 platform with the widest adoption and the strongest ecosystem so far. And think about this. When those financial institutions try to explore and adopt blockchain technology, which one they are considering the most? It is Ethereum. It has the most proven track record. And historically, ETH has been leading the altcoin season. When ETH breaks the previous all-time high, other altcoins usually follow short after. So in my view, Ethereum is still the least risky altcoin to hold long-term. Alright, now let's talk about my biggest holding, Cardano. Cardano makes up about 60% of my entire portfolio. I first invested back in 2017 when ADA was just around 2 cents. Since then, I've been through every cycle of it, riding up to $1.50 down to pennies, back up to $3, and so on. I traded it, accumulated more, and built conviction through the experience. When we are in the bear market, I sold ADA and converted to Bitcoin. And when we are at the bull market, I sold Bitcoin for even more Cardano. So why I'm so bullish on Cardano? First of all, when we look at a company or a project, we always want to look for its CEO. The founder and CEO of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson is one of the most transparent and consistent leaders in the crypto space. He frequently shared updates on YouTube and X, not just on Cardano itself, but also on the broader blockchain industry. You may or may not like his personality, appreciate his depth, vision, and commitment. To me, he is the one of the few founders with real thought, leadership, and responsibility. Secondly, the technology of Cardano is very, very impressive. It combines decentralization, governance, security, and smart contract as a whole. And it focuses on security the most. It has never been hacked, despite many attempts. It is one of the most decentralized L1 blockchain, and it takes a very scientific, peer-reviewed approach to the development. For these reasons, I believe Cardano could be one day become a fan-level company of a blockchain. I will make a separate video diving deeper into Cardano's fundamental, technical analysis and its upcoming midnight private sidechain. So stay tuned on that. Finally, I also hold two smaller positions. I'm not such a person looking for opportunities all the time, trying to catch the rallies here and there. I only invest into those I fully understand. So with that said, the rest of the two projects I have, one is Chainlink, and the other one is VeChain. Each of them makes up about 7 to 8% of my total portfolio. I won't go into the detail today, but both of them play a very important role in the blockchain infrastructure and the supply chain solutions. Okay, so that's my entire crypto portfolio breakdown. In the future videos, I will share my exit strategy, when I plan to take profits, and how I will rebalance along the way. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.